Love her, hate her, or somewhere in between, one thing is certain. Kyle Richards knows how to play the Real Housewives game. Since The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiered in 2010, she has remained the one constant in a revolving door of diamonds, managing to stay relevant, involved, and most importantly, employed. Whether she's crying in designer caftans, stirring the pot just enough to keep things spicy, or mastering the art of the who, me reaction, Kyle has cemented herself as the franchise's ultimate survivor. But how exactly has she managed to outlast everyone else? One of the biggest factors in Kyle's longevity: built-in family drama. From the very beginning, her complicated relationships with sisters Kim Richards and Kathy Hilton have been a major storyline, delivering some of the show's most gut-wrenching and gif-worthy moments. The sisterhood saga, reality TV gold. Who could forget that Season 1 limo fight, where Kyle accused Kim of being an alcoholic? Or Kathy calling Kyle a whiny little bitch in Aspen? The tension between the Richards sisters has provided a steady stream of drama over the years, with Kyle often caught between wanting to protect her family and, well, making good TV. While Kim and Kathy have popped in and out of the franchise, Kyle has remained the common denominator, ensuring that the family drama never strays too far from the RHOB spotlight. Kyle is nothing if not strategic when it comes to friendships. She started off tight with Lisa Vanderpump, but when their dynamic shifted, she slowly distanced herself until Puppygate happened, and their friendship, along with LVP's RHOBH career, went down in flames. Then came her close bond with Teddy Mellencamp, which was met with an overwhelming May from fans. In recent years, Kyle has walked a fine line between staying on Erika Jayne's good side, even during the Tom Girardi scandal, and keeping a foot in Garcelle Bavas and Sutton Stracke's camp. Shifting alliances, playing the long game. Her longest allegiance since LVP was with Dorrit Kemsley, and that relationship is starting to show some cracks this season. So Kyle is simply reinforcing her other relationships on the show as backup. But does anyone really have Kyle's full loyalty? The answer is no, because she's smart enough to shift with the tides, aligning herself with whoever holds the most power at any given moment. And that, folks, is how you stay on a reality show for 14+ seasons. For years, fans speculated that Kyle had some sort of special treatment from production. She was rarely called out in confessionals, she was never truly forced to answer for her actions, and she seemed to have a way of skating past the worst of the drama. But in more recent seasons, it looks like the RHOB producers have pulled back their protective shield. Last season, Kyle found herself under fire for her behavior in Aspen, her shifting stance on Erika's legal troubles, and her emotional distance from her sister Kathy. The once untouchable Queen Bee suddenly had to answer to her castmates, and, for the first time, fans started questioning if her reign was nearing its end. The business of being Kyle, from caftans to Aspen retreats. Kyle has never let a good reality TV opportunity go to waste. Though we may try to forget the short-lived Kyle by a lean-to boutique era, ripped to those overpriced tunics, she has continued to build her brand beyond RHOBH. Her husband Mauricio Umansky's, who she is currently separated from, real estate empire, the agency, has become a major part of her storyline, and she's even dabbled in acting again. Yes, she was in Halloween Ends. No, we're not sure why either. So, will Kyle continue to reign supreme on RHOBH, or are her days numbered? With Season 14, it feels like we're watching a turning point in her Housewives career. Between her recent separation from Mauricio, her strained friendships, and a fan base that's more divided on her than ever, Kyle's future on the show is looking a little uncertain. One thing's for sure, if history has taught us anything, it's that Kyle Richards is a survivor, and if anyone can find a way to keep that diamond in her hand, it's her. Kyle Richards, the ultimate survivor of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Love her, hate her, or find yourself somewhere in between, one thing is for sure. Kyle Richards knows how to play the Real Housewives game. Since The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, premiered in 2010, Kyle has managed to become the cornerstone of the franchise, staying relevant, engaged, and most importantly, employed. The drama, the glamour, the tears in designer caftans, it all revolves around Kyle, and for more than a decade, she's proven time and time again that she's the ultimate survivor in a game filled with shifting alliances, ruthless rivalries, and jaw-dropping moments. But how has she done it? What makes Kyle so different from her fellow housewives? And what does the future hold for her as the years go on? The longevity factor. Kyle's secret to staying relevant. One of the biggest factors in Kyle's remarkable longevity on RHOBH is simple: built-in family drama. From the very beginning, her complicated relationships with her sisters, Kim Richards and Kathy Hilton, have been at the heart of some of the most compelling, and at times painful, storylines in the show's history. Whether it's Kim's struggle with addiction, the tense feud between Kyle and Kathy, or the near-constant interjections of family members into each other's lives, the Richards family drama is a reliable source of storytelling for the series. Few can deny that the Richards sisters' storylines provide some of the juiciest drama RHOBH has ever seen. In the very first season, fans were thrust into the whirlwind of Kyle and Kim's tumultuous relationship, highlighted by that infamous limo fight where Kyle accused Kim of being an alcoholic. The raw, emotional confrontation set the stage for a season-long arc that made RHOBH must-watch television. The fight, which ended in tears and Kim's defensive, "You don't understand," became one of the defining moments of the show's early years and set the tone for the years of familial tension to come. Then there's Kathy Hilton, the wild card. Kathy's involvement in the show has been a bit more sporadic, but every time she's appeared, she's managed to stir the pot. The season where Kathy called Kyle a whiny little bitch in Aspen, for example, instantly became a fan favorite quote, solidifying Kathy as the unapologetic troublemaker in the family dynamic. Fans have long loved to watch the tension between the three sisters, each one playing a very different role in the family, and Kyle, often caught in the middle, has continued to embrace this drama even while navigating it. For Kyle, it's a delicate balancing act. She's simultaneously trying to protect her family while making sure she's part of the action that keeps RHOB's viewers glued to their screens. Whether it's the emotional fallout after a fight with Kathy or Kim's moments of vulnerability, Kyle knows exactly how to milk family conflict for maximum screen time, often making it look like an organic part of her life while expertly shaping it into prime reality TV content. Playing the long game, shifting alliances and survivor tactics. But Kyle's ability to survive on RHOBH isn't solely based on family feuds. She is also a master strategist when it comes to friendships. Kyle knows how to form alliances and, more importantly, how to adjust those alliances based on who holds the power at any given moment. The show has seen its fair share of shifting dynamics, and Kyle's ability to adapt has kept her relevant through all of it. When Lisa Vanderpump first entered the RHOBH fold, Kyle was initially tight with her. Their friendship seemed strong, but as the years wore on, their dynamic began to sour. When the infamous Puppygate scandal erupted, Kyle took a step back from Lisa, distancing herself from the situation. It wasn't long before Lisa's own departure from the series followed, a casualty of her deteriorating relationship with Kyle and other cast members. Next came Teddi Mellencamp, with whom Kyle formed a close friendship during Teddy's brief stint on the show. Unfortunately for both, fans didn't quite warm to their bond in the same way they had to earlier alliances. The general reaction from audiences was lukewarm at best, and it soon became clear that Teddi didn't have the same staying power that Kyle possessed. Still, Kyle's ability to maintain her position, regardless of whether her friendships were beloved by fans, speaks to her understanding of the game. Sometimes it's about surviving, not thriving. In recent seasons, Kyle has maintained friendships with a group of women who all have varying levels of influence on the show: Erica Jane, Garcelle Bava, and Sutton Strack. Her relationship with Erica, especially during the Tom Girardi scandal, was of particular note. While many of the other housewives were distancing themselves from Erica amid the legal drama, Kyle managed to stay on her good side. She skillfully walked a fine line, positioning herself as a neutral figure who avoided publicly taking a hard stance while staying cordial with Erica, ensuring that she wasn't alienating any important allies. However, the tides of RHOBH have a tendency to shift quickly. Relationships that once seemed unbreakable can fall apart with a single explosive argument or betrayal. Kyle's longest-standing friendship, since her falling out with Lisa Vanderpump, has been with Dorit Kemsley. This relationship, however, has shown signs of strain in recent seasons, likely a result of Kyle's shifting alliances with other cast members. And while Kyle may seem to reinforce her other relationships, there's a growing sense that no one truly has Kyle's full loyalty.